It has come to this. Time for the rhetoric to subside and time to put up or shut up. A chance to close it out for the Toronto Raptors in Game 6 in Indiana. Paul Jones and Sherman Hamilton here. And Sherm, the mentality of a closeout, we always talk about it. That last button is always the toughest one to get down. The Raptors have a chance to button it up and finish it off tonight. What's their mentality?
Well, number one, I think you talk about the Raptors and the way they've started games. They've got to really come out with that type of fire and energy that really puts them in a position for the rest of the game. The other side of it is, you know, there's a pressure involved with closing the game, series out, and the Raptors can't get caught up in that in a negative way. They've got to have the right type of mentality in terms of being able to manage that and understand the urgency of the situation because, look, there's a Game 7 potentially, but they've got to treat this as their Game 7 because you know Indiana is going to be treating this as their Game 7. Well,
Sherman, and when you speak of Indiana, it is. It's win or go home for them. And you think about Game 4 where they were, well, in their eyes, pretty dominant and led for 41 minutes of Game 5, yet let that one slip. Do they have it to muster another big punch like that to try and win not only Game 6 but a Game 7? They've got to get 6 first.
Well, you're right. And when we talk about this series, I mean, in Game 4, Indiana was faced with going down potentially 3-1.
Yes.
They found something. They challenged themselves, and we saw the front line do a great job for Indiana. Paul George was mixed in there, and also their point guard, George Hill, did a great job. So I think Indiana has shown that when the chips are down, they've been able to make things happen. And I think now it's the Raptors' turn. They've got to make sure that they don't allow Indiana to do what they did in Game 4.
What does it mean, Sherm, in the big picture for this franchise, for the Toronto franchise? They've got the longest losing streak since 2001 in 7-game series in the NBA. What does it mean if they can close it out tonight?
Well, I think it means a lot of things. I mean, for this core group, the fact that they're able to get over this hump. And listen, the last 2 seasons, all they've heard is about how they failed in the playoffs. This is a chance to get some vindication, and I think they all need it, especially the core group. The other side of it is this franchise has been projecting towards the right direction for the last few years. And now to get out of the first round, to be a second-round team, this shows that not only a regular season regular season performance has grown, but the playoffs have grown as well. And we all know it's about the playoffs. And if you're building towards a championship, your playoff performances are what matter. And that would be great for the franchise overall. The fans deserve it. The franchise deserves it. And I think this team understands what it would mean overall, big picture, to get out of the first round.
For the last 3 years, the music has played in the second round, and the Raptors have been unable to dance. Maybe tonight they can get a dance card. You can see the game tonight, 7:30 on TSN, and here it was Sherman I on TSN 1050.